I felt almost like I had a responsibility to my kid to kind of go, wherever you end up in life, whether you become a parent when you're young, when you're older, or whatever you do, please just don't give up, and please don't stop trying just because of your circumstance or whatever it is. And I remember it would have been week 1 on campus in one of the classes, and I was like approaching 30. I was definitely older in my class, and everyone, had pulled up a chair and was sitting in this circle, and the lecturer was saying, tell me why you're here. Why do you want to be in comms? I feel like everyone had such clarity around why they were there. Someone said that they had dreamt of being a journalist. Like, before it got to me, I thought, I have nothing astounding like that. But it did get to me, and I just was really transparent. I said to the lecturer, I don't have the most amazing answer for you. I just am here because I'm here to prove a point, regardless of my situation. And, it would be first in family to get a degree as well. And I remember my mum backing me, going, you can do this. You can absolutely do this. And so that was my answer in class. I said, I don't know where this is going to lead me or where I'm going to end up, but I just know that I'm here and I'm going to put the work in. The career change, I thought it would be a lot more difficult than what it was, and I don't know if subconsciously I had this idea in my head, that's really entrenched in what society's almost created, like these barriers for ourselves where we go, we've got to be in the same job for 20, 30 years. Things aren't like that anymore, and people move around and people grow and evolve. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be to jump from one industry to another. Everyone kind of just went, I'm here and you're here too, and that's really cool. And I liked that. I liked that I could just switch and go, okay, I'm doing this now. And it's really easy because I've got, these people in my corner here, whether that be mates I've made here or lecturers that were like, yeah, you can do this. Why wouldn't you be able to do this? And I thought it was going to be tricky, and it wasn't. The age gap between Zoe and I was closer than most of my peers in class. So I think she's so great. She's a breath of fresh air. And I think, she was a safe space for me. A few lecturers were that space for me where, she was a mum, I was a mum, and I'd walk in, just on time, breathless, and have the coffee spilling down the cup and down my arm, and she'd be like, I get it. I see you. To the hand. I try not to cry here because I bought this bear, and it says to and from, and I've written to both of us from Mama. I feel like my whole family did my degree with me. It takes a village, and I remember looking off from the stage after getting my degree. It was just in the crowd like, yes. I was like, there's, Mum's biggest fan, and so that was really, really nice. And I got a double thumbs up when I walked down. I thought, yeah, we did it.